for tonight.
It'll be interesting down in the post as the tip won right away by the Stormy Petrels, but down on the post, number 24, Sydney Evans, could be a very interesting matchup coming in at 6'4" for Agnes Scott.
Looks like they're going to go man-to-man. Malia Melton, who's 5'10", really great athlete, will defend Evans at 6'4". Three-pointer is off the mark. That three taken by Kayla Jones. Gabby Hudson out, pushing it up quickly. Ball's reversed. Havica off the mark from three, but gets her own rebound. Dishes to Hudson. Hudson's going to take it into the paint and draws a foul, and she's very good at that already this year. She's been at the charity stripe 40 times, converting 30 of them for a 75% percentage.
Yeah, and she's done a very good job, as you talked about, drawing fouls, averaging 8.5 points a game, 4.5 rebounds. There's Gabby, 7.8 points a game, 5 rebounds. She wants to get the shooting percentage up a little bit. And Roy, we've talked about this in previous broadcasts. One of the best ways, get to the charity stripe, let the ball go through the basket, see that, and gain some confidence.
It's true on the first one. Great rotation on that shot. Same with the second. They're going to press a little bit. We're going to see their patented 2-2-1, and that figured to be part of Alex Ritchie's strategy because they have turned it over 255 times in 9 games. That's a bunch. Hayla Spence at the top. Gets it back, looking to reverse it. He does so.
It looks like Oglethorpe has dropped into a little 2-3 matchup zone at this point.
The steal by Domovic coming over from help side. Hudson pushes. Ball's reversed to Rose Domovic. Oh, just in and out on the three.
Well, that one was halfway down, got every part of the net except going through the bottom of the net.
Lindsey Moore, little point guard, dishing to the right. Malia Melton with the steal. Takes it coast to coast, lays it in. Reggie Blackman, the coach for Agnes Scott, is going to make a quick timeout here, a little over a minute and a half into the ball game, down 4-0. Reggie Blackman in his second year as the head coach at Agnes Scott, a great basketball lineage. He played himself at Howard University in the late 90s.
Washington, D.C.
But his cousin was, I mean, wait till you hear this lineage. His cousin was Garherd, who was a 15-year NBA player and also a coach. His brother, Derek Smith, won the 1980 NCAA title with the University of Louisville. His nephew, Demetrius Smith, played for the University of Alabama. Another nephew, Nolan Smith, played for Duke. Won the 2010 NCAA title, was the 2011 ACC Player of the Year, and now he's Duke's assistant coach.
Right.
So this guy has a strong basketball lineage, and as you said, they've struggled, but they're very young. Most of this roster, freshman and sophomore, and a small roster at that.
Right, and I think the early message is be strong with the basketball. If they're going to come up and press, make the solid pass. You saw the turnover right there. Melton able to come up with the steal. A little bit soft on the bounce pass, and they're looking, is Agnes Scott, to attack a little bit more now on the pressure.
Put the ball in Taylor Brooks' hands. Evans got it out on the baseline, missed the cutter that was wide open, missed 2 shots, but Lindsey Moore comes up with the rebound, and they reset.
Coach Ritchie not going to be happy with that. A couple of offensive rebounds. Want to be sound there. Get into your break.
Lindsey Moore gets one to roll. Nothing like getting the ball to your 5'3" sophomore point guard on the block to get your first points of the game.
And she did a good job there with a head fake, got a defender in the air, and then nice soft touch, put in the first basket for Agnes Scott. And Agnes Scott right now in man-to-man defense.
Havica is true from the left corner outside the arc, and it's 7-2 Oglethorpe.
Second open three she's had. That one, beautiful rotation for Havica and able to knock that one in. Solid pressure there. Mia once again going to cause a turnover, and that ball's going the Oglethorpe way. A couple of players checking in right now. Looks like number 22, Carly Henderson, and number 1, Charity Cloud, going to check in for Oglethorpe. Mass substitution as well for Agnes Scott.
Yeah, you can see the guard or the tape job on Carly Henderson's right thumb. She banged that up in, I believe it was the LaGrange game that she banged that up in. But good to see her back on the floor for the Stormy Petrels. Emma Perna directing traffic here at the top, gets it to Malia Melton. Malia's going to take it hard on the bounce. She had the advantage there and took advantage of it to put Oglethorpe up 9-2.
Yeah, really good job there with the head fake, saw the lane, and an immediate steal from Oglethorpe. They've got a 4-on-2 scenario.
Gets it to Charity Cloud on the baseline. She's going up top, tipped but recovered by Havica. Charity Cloud again gets it to Emma Perna, who resets the offense.
Really good job there by Perna. No hesitation. Just let's reset this thing. Get it back to Melton, who's now got a wide open foul line jumper.
Misses off the mark there, a little firm. Agnes Scott with the rebound, brings it up the floor. That's Ivy Portis. She gets it to Erica McLeod. McLeod hits Portis on the cut. They kick it outside to the left corner. And Henley Welsh, a 5'6" sophomore guard from Daytona Beach, knocks down a three to cut the margin to 9-5. Perna gets the ball. Malia Melton's going to take a 15-footer off the iron. No good. Rebound by Ella Chance. Pushed up the floor by Andrea Molina. She's going to take it into the paint, but she's going to walk, and it's a turnover. And Oglethorpe now will inbound and bring it up the floor. Checking in is Morgan Skipper. First time we see her tonight. And Gabby Hudson checks back in to run the point for the Stormy Petrels. Skipper's going to take a three off the mark. Dolmovich is going to throw it off of McLeod, and it is going to be Oglethorpe ball inbound under. 5.5 minutes left in our opening period. Oglethorpe up 9-5. Hudson's going to inbound to Dolmovich in the corner. Gabby Hudson strong on the take. Rolls off the rim, but it's thrown away on the outlet, and Stormy Petrels have a new clock.
Gabby's one I'd really like to see get going as you start to get into December and January. Drives to the basket, once again going to draw a foul. We'd like to see the ball go through the hoop for her. The talent is there. You see the explosiveness she has. It's just a matter of now getting used to playing college basketball, and 6 games into it, still early in her freshman campaign.
One thing you've mentioned is she is really good at drawing contact, really getting inside the arms and getting to the body of the defender to pick up the foul call. She's off the mark on the first one, now to take the second. Up 9-5 here, just outside the 5-minute mark. It is good. Make that 10-5. Oglethorpe press still on. Agnes Scott's already thrown it away a couple times. Morgan Skipper went for the steal, came up just short. But you can see Agnes Scott is out of control. You know, John, sometimes I know both of us favor a really fast-paced pressing game with teams that we've coached. And what we're seeing is sometimes you don't get turnovers, but you quicken the pace of the other team and get them out of control, and that's what's happening. Morgan Skipper buries a jumper from the right wing. They're definitely, Erica McLeod is staying in the paint for Agnes Scott. Hudson finds Charity Cloud, really nice dish. Lay-in's good, it's 14-5.
I'm going to say there's about a 50-50 chance Charity Cloud's family sitting in front of us. Mom cheering loudly. We're all proud parents. I know exactly how that feels. Timeout on the floor right now, 4:31 to go in the first period. Stormy Petrels with a 14-5 first period lead.
Hey fans, if you're looking for more viewing and engagement experience, visit Oglethorpe's official athletics website, which is gopetrels.com. Updated daily with all the latest news and information on the Stormy Petrels. GoPetrels.com has it all. It's got photos, news, scores, schedules, and more, and it's instantly available at the click of your mouse or the touch of your finger. That's GoPetrels.com.
Get you a quick update. Some of the scoring leaders right now. Malia Milton with 4. You have Gabby Hudson and Mia Havica. They both have 3, and Charity Cloud with her first basket of the night.
Pressure on again. A little bit of denial. They're denying Oglethorpe on that. I mean, denying Agnes Scott on that. Again, they've got Agnes Scott at a little bit quicker pace than they want, and that's where we see Henley Welsh throwing it away on the cutter. And again, another turnover. As we said, they came into this game with 255 turnovers in just 9 games, which is a really high number. And we're seeing some turnovers early here in this game. 2-3 zone by Agnes Scott. Good drive and kick. Gabby Hudson's going to get called for the travel on there.
Not 100% sure on that one. It would almost look like movement and ball simultaneously, but we'll give the referees the credit on that one. And again, they switch up the press this time. They went from 2-2-1, and this one looks more like a 1-2-2 press, and they fall back into, looks like some type of amoeba zone as of right now, the old Jerry Tarkanian amoeba D.
Morgan Skipper defending there. 2 shots by Agnes Scott off the mark. Looked like a jump ball. They're going to call a foul on Morgan Skipper on the reach. It was Ella Chance with the first baseline jumper off the mark. Erica McLeod came up with the rebound. They're going to say it was on the floor, grabbing the arm, trying to come up with the jump ball. That was on Morgan Skipper.
Yeah.
Agnes Scott to inbound under. Gets an inbound outside to Welsh. From the left wing this time, it is going to be Ivy Portis. She's off the mark. Rebound by Emma Perna. She's going to go to Hudson. Hudson's going to drive. Reverse layup, spins it off the glass, but no good. Rebound by Erica McLeod, and the Scotties bring it up the floor. Good ball pressure by Perna. Agnes Scott kicks it outside, and Henley Welsh buries her second 3 from the left wing.
She's got 6 of the 8 right now for the Scotties. Very nice jump shot. Second time they've been able to drive and kick to Henley Welsh, who gets the open J.
This is her first game playing for the Scotties. Perna with the drive and pull up off the mark. Rebounded by Molina. Andrea Molina brings it up the floor. Defended by Rolls-Domovich. Thrown inside to Ella Chance. Turnaround jumper. Gets the roll, hanging on that rim for a while. And the Scotties have cut the deficit to 14-10. Perna enters to Hudson, who wasn't looking. Goes off of her head. Perna's going to take a charge, except they call it a block. Thought she was set, and it went in. So that's an opportunity for an and one. She was outside the restricted area. I thought she got her feet set. You got to love when a player wants to take a charge. Call went against her there.
Yeah, Portis going to get, I believe, they called it the and one. She's a 5'6" guard out of LaGrange, Georgia. A couple of substitutions. Havica coming back into the game as well, trying to get some of the starters back in here early on.
And Ivy Portis, who came into the game 1 for 6 from the free throw line, knocks that one down. 14-13, 1-point game. Emma Perna directing traffic from the point. Carly Henderson back in. Havica from 3, just off the iron, and it is off the hands of Andrea Molina. It's going to be Oglethorpe ball inbound under. Shot clock reset to 20. Inbound to Malia Melton. Malia is going to just move that pivot foot a little bit as she wanted to take it to the hole. Turnover, Oglethorpe.
Yeah, that's one where you're in between. Do I shoot the mid-range jumper, or do I go up and go ahead and try to drive and unfortunately cause the turnover?
Steal by Perna. Kick out to Carly Henderson. Henderson's off the mark with the 3. Dolmovich looking for Perna to reset. 13 on the shot clock. Good call there. Perna taking it into the paint. Got hacked by Andrea Molina. 1:35 left in the opening period. 14-13 Oglethorpe. We see Charity Cloud check back in. Emma Perna going hard. Needs a quick breather here at the end of the first quarter.
Perfect time to do it. You got 1:35 on the clock, and then you get the timeout, obviously, in between quarters.
Havica gets the entry pass. Charity Cloud up top. Cloud gets it to Dolmovich. Good take. Draws the contact, and the foul is going to be called against Ella Chance.
Side out of bounds here. This is one where you know, Agnes Scott, a team that struggled so far this year. The last thing you ever want to do is let a team that, you know, probably is an underdog in a game hang around and start to gain confidence. And you can see in about the last 3 minutes, the Scotties have really gained confidence, getting the ball down low and hitting a couple of shots.
All right, entry there to Oglethorpe. They caught Malia Melton, said with the elbow, trying to post up against a smaller Agnes Scott player. It was Taylor Brooks. Agnes Scott now with 5 guards on the floor, going against that pressure. A deep three from Henley Welsh is off the iron. Long rebound by Taylor Rooks. Oglethorpe, great hustle by Carly Henderson, diving to the floor to come up with the ball. Havica, good crossover dribble, and unfortunately kicked it off her foot, out of bounds, and Agnes Scott gets possession again.
Henley Welsh, that's what we call a heat check. You hit a couple of threes in a row, and you pull one from the Trey Young territory.
That was a deep three. Taylor Brooks goes into the middle to Hayla Spence. This one's going to be taken by Ivy Portis and off the mark. Malia Melton with the rebound. She's going to bring it up the left side. A good strong take and all the way to the glass, and it's good. Agnes Scott's got to look at their scouting report. She's a lefty.
Right.
And they did not take away that left-hand penetration. Good steal here. Havica coming up with the steal. It's a loose ball, jump ball called. It's going to be possession.
I think Agnes Scott, if the scoreboard is correct, they're going to have the possession arrow. So, yeah, they'll have possession with 26-7 to go here in the first period. Good job there on the double team in the backcourt. Havica, a great job, able to come up with a steal. I'm not a fan of the college possession arrow. I'll make that very clear as we're early on in the season. When we get to March Madness, there's nothing I hate more than a defense making a play and not getting rewarded because of an arrow.
They reset the shot clock to 20, but because Agnes Scott retains possession, the shot clock needs to stay where it was, which was 21 seconds, which was the adjustment. They inbound to Taylor Brooks, but it's tipped away by Charity Cloud and then tipped away by Taylor Brooks out of bounds. Oglethorpe ball, 23.9 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The Stormy Petrels up 16-13. Alex Ritchie tells Charity Cloud to bring it up slow. He wants to go for a last shot here. Gets the ball to Malia Melton up top. 12 seconds left. Cloud's going to take it hard. She's going to look back outside to Malia Melton, who's going to take a three. And off the rim twice. Foul looked like it was called before the horn.
I think they're going to call it on Dolmovich.
Yep.
With a push in the back. But I believe they're going to allow
0.4, they're saying.
Okay.
Yep. They're going to reset the clock. It'll be Agnes Scott ball, but unless they throw it the length of the court where it's tipped into the rim, it's not going to matter a whole lot here. And that is the end of the quarter. So the quarter ends, Oglethorpe up 16-13 on Agnes Scott. And we've seen both teams go with more of a guard-dominated lineup. Oglethorpe's had to do that because of injuries and illness on their squad. And then Agnes Scott has had to do that because, quite frankly, with the pressure that they're facing, the forwards were hindering the Scotties, and so they've gone to 5 guards to match Oglethorpe.
Interesting, some of the stats from the first period. Field goal percentage, not good for either team. Agnes Scott, 35.7% from the floor. Oglethorpe shooting just 33%. They have hit 3 of their 4 free throws. Agnes Scott, though, has hit 2 of 6 from downtown to kind of keep them in the game. Both of them from Henley Welsh. Oglethorpe just 1 of 8. Mia Havica is the only one that's able to knock in a 3. Game has been very close, although there's been no lead changes one way or the other. Oglethorpe has led the entire time. Biggest lead that Oglethorpe had was 9, up 14-5 at one point.
Henley Welsh, as I said, playing in her first game for Agnes Scott. She's a 5'6" sophomore guard out of Daytona Beach. Mainland High School, famous for one Vince Carter.
Yes.
There's actually a statue at Mainland High School on their campus of Vince Carter, and the gym is Vince Carter Gym because he paid to completely renovate that. So she comes
greatest
from
dunker I have ever seen, and that includes Michael Jordan.
No doubt, no doubt. I was working with the Orlando Magic, and they decided to do a halftime dunk contest with 4 high school basketball players, and he won it easily because, as you said, I would agree with you. He was one of the greatest dunkers of all time, but a great basketball player too, not just somebody who worked after practice on his dunking so he could compete in the dunk contest. He was a great player.
Yeah, played till he was 40 years old here with the Hawks and was still able to knock down threes for a long time. He'll end up in the Basketball Hall of Fame before it's all said and done.
Is he still doing media here in Atlanta, or has he?
It's a great question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he was doing some stuff with NBA TV.
Okay.
But, yeah, Vince did a great job. Agnes Scott able to retain possession there. Melton knocked it out of bounds. So we get here going in the second period, and Agnes Scott down just 3 to the Stormy Petrels.
Getting the ball at the high post to Lindsey Moore, little 5'3" point guard. Pass almost stolen by Perna. A shot by Taylor Brooks goes banging off the backboard. Malia Melton with the rebound. Kicks it outside to Havica. Her 3 goes over the rim and out of bounds. 9:13 left here. It's going to be Agnes Scott ball. Checking in for the Stormy Petrels. Gabby Hudson comes back in to probably run the point, I would think, and then probably move Emma Perna over to the wing, and then also Morgan Skipper checking into the game. As you said, Agnes Scott kind of found their rhythm now. They may be a little bit out of sorts early, going to that high post look, 1-2 posts coming up to the elbow. Again, doesn't make sense to stay down there if you don't have the height and girth on the floor. Henley Welsh again with a confident 3-point shot off the mark, rebounded by Kayla Jones, who puts it up and in and cuts the deficit again to 1 point. Emma Perna now with the ball at the top. Hudson and Skipper to the left. They're going to look to get Hudson the ball. Malia Melton telling her she'll set a screen for her. Hudson doesn't need it. Perna, good strong take against defensive pressure. Hudson with the rebound, no good. Ball still on the floor. Hudson with the rebound, and Agnes Scott dives in there to tie it up, and they're going to get possession on the arrow.
Yeah, Kayla Jones coming a long way to go to college, all the way across the country. 5'8" guard out of Oakland, California. 7.5 points a game, 2.5 rebounds on that previous possession, able to battle there. And that's one, again, you'd love to see Gabby Hudson just see the ball go through the hoop right there. Great job on an offensive rebound. Ball did not go through, but the defense is there, and she may get a breakaway layup now.
Yeah, nice steal, double team there by Dolmovich and Emma Perna. They came up with the ball, got it ahead to Gabby Hudson, who lays it in. Good time to increase the pressure. Gabby just didn't see that pass. Agnes Scott takes a 3. That is Hayla Spence that pulls it. The rebound, the long rebound, corralled by Kayla Jones, but she's knocked out of bounds, and they say it's off of her out of bounds, that she wasn't pushed out. So Oglethorpe brings it back down the floor. Perna is going to use the staggered screen at the top, and there's a defensive call, hand check call against her defender. Oglethorpe will inbound under here. Gabby Hudson will start the action. Kicks it out to the left wing to Carly Henderson, to Perna, over to Melton. Melton looking to try to penetrate. Her pass to the top to Carly Henderson. Henderson pulls the 3, no good. Rebound by Taylor Brooks, who brings it up the floor.
Yeah, missing shots, you're not able to set up your defense and get into press, and I know Coach Ritchie just wants to see the ball go through the basket. The three-pointers right now not falling for the Stormy Petrels.
Wow. That's a tough call against Malia Melton, because she just had a deflection and a near steal, and it seemed like the official was calling her for a foul, which there was no contact. So you gave him the benefit of the doubt earlier, John. I'm not going to there.
Yeah, and that's for Melton. She's probably going to have to sit for the rest of the half. That's her second foul. We'll see if she's able to come back into the game. Oglethorpe going even smaller right now. It's literally a guard-oriented game going on right now. If both teams have went to a smaller lineup.
Lindsay Moore at the top, reverses it back to Hayla Spence. Her three is no good. Oglethorpe will let it go out of bounds. 6:52 left here in the first half. 18-15, Oglethorpe leads.
It's been rough right now. Shooting for both teams has drastically decreased as this game are going along. They're both shooting just over 30%. With the guard play, you'd like to see almost a 5-out offense right here and find some driving lanes and get all the way to the basket.
Well, one of the challenges, Charity Cloud, great head fake, takes it hard. Oh, off the mark, and then she gets the rebound and fouled on the putback. One of the challenges with running set plays is if you're used to playing the 1, 2, or 3 spot and suddenly now you're thrust into the 4 or 5 spot, you're thinking, okay, where am I supposed to go on this? And you just don't have the same timing. We're seeing a little bit of that. I noticed that early on inbound underplays. Some of the players who playing out of position, not quite sure where they're supposed to go.
First free throw up and no good. Cloud did a great job with the head fake at the head of the key, able to drive past. Unfortunately, the layup came off. She does bury the second one, though, for a 4-point lead.
Only had taken one free throw coming into this contest. It was a miss, so that's her first made free throw for the season. Now 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. Mia Havica, I thought pretty good defense, but they're going to call some defensive contact on her. As soon as that player gets that offensive advantage, and she did get ahead of Havica's shoulder, if there's contact, you're going to draw that foul. Andrea Molina now up top against Gabby Hudson's D. Nice steal by Havica. Deflects it. Rose Dolmovich with the ball, bringing it up for the Stormy Petrels.
It looks like a little more 5 out here. Everybody outside the perimeter trying to set up some driving lanes.
Morgan Skipper with a good take. They're going to call the foul. They're actually going to call Ella Spence on that foul call. But it was a good, strong take. She had a wide open path to the hoop, and all they could do was foul her and make her hit free throws instead of giving her an easy hoop.
Yeah, you don't mind, though, when you're getting all the way to the rim. You draw those fouls, and they eventually start to add up. You get into a bonus. And, again, just seeing the ball go through the net, whether it's free throws or not, could be great for the Petrels.
Morgan Skipper, no good on that first free throw. She came into the ball game shooting 3 for 4 from the free throw line. So uncharacteristic miss for her there. She's true to the mark there, nothing but net. It's 20-15 Oglethorpe, and they are going to go man-to-man pressure here. Dolmovich pressuring Andrea Molina. They go back to that high post offense. They get it to Ella Chance looking for cutters. A little bit of a kind of a flex action there with a stagger on the backside. They get the ball. Great defense by Havica, creating havoc. That ball is deflected again by Havica. This one's out of bounds. 2 seconds on the shot clock. They need a good, strong defensive possession as Ivy Portis goes to inbound for the Scotties. Ella Chance is off the side of the backboard. She didn't have much time. There's probably about a second and a half on that shot clock, and it's a shot clock violation. Turnover, Oglethorpe ball.
Yeah, great job there in man-to-man defense, really picking up the pressure, playing the passing lanes, and again, clearing out, trying to find driving lanes, and they get a wide-open 3 here, and nice to the bottom of the net there for Emma Perna. Much-needed second 3 of the night for the Stormy Petrels.
Good defense by Dolmovich, but then Andrea Molina crosses her over, missed. Rebound by Charity Cloud. They're going to push the ball up the floor. Pushes it ahead to Mia Havica to the left corner. This time it's Rose Dolmovich, 2 in a row for Rose. And those two are much needed. They go out to an 11-point lead now, 26-15.
Yeah, and it looks like, again, they've opened up the offense, not running as many set plays as you mentioned. Open it up, drive and kick, 2 wide open threes in a row, and that's exactly what the Petrels want to see. Field goal percentage now up to 35 for Oglethorpe.
Once again, Agnes Scott looking to hit cutters. Nice job by Morgan Skipper. Gets the deflection. Agnes Scott, Ella Chance makes the save off of Morgan Skipper, so it's going to be Agnes Scott ball inbound under. Looks like actually this is going to be the media timeout. First dead ball under 5 is a media timeout in women's basketball. Hey, just a reminder, we're going to start something special at halftime here with the 50th anniversary of Title IX. At each halftime of the women's game, I'll cover not only the 50th anniversary and about Title IX, but we will actually highlight a former Oglethorpe University female athlete and what she did in her career, and we've got a special one tonight at halftime that I will cover. So Oglethorpe has gone out to a 26-15 lead. We're at the second quarter media timeout, 4:21 left.
Yeah, and a good job in the second period. They've outscored Agnes Scott 10-2. A nice run here in the second period. Again, ball moving a lot better, doing a much better job getting some turnovers and getting out and getting some quality shots. Oglethorpe right now 9 of 26 from the floor, now 3 of 12 from downtown after starting just 1 for 11. So it's good to see Rose Domovich knocking down a couple of threes to really loosen up this lead right now.
Hopefully that'll get their shooters a little bit more confident, get a little bit of momentum going. Scoop shot by Lindsay Moore, no good. Rebound by Carly Henderson. She's going to bring it up the floor. Charity Cloud with the drive. Good step through, off the glass and in. That is a great move. Charity Cloud, a little guard with a nice step through that you teach post players, up and under and in, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, you know who'd be proud of that? Nikola Jokic, 2-time MVP. That was just unbelievable footwork there by Charity Cloud with the up and under, the step through, getting the defender to move and able to knock that in. Unfortunately misses the free throw, but it's a 13-point Stormy Petrel lead as they've really put the clamps on Agnes Scott here in the second period.
Erica McLeod back into the ball game, the post player, 6'1" junior, so they go a little bit more height. McLeod's got it right there, looking to get it to a guard. She's also going to set a wing ball screen and roll into the paint, but it is thrown away. Taylor Brooks' pass knocked away. Steal by Charity Cloud, and Oglethorpe pushing it right back down the floor.
Much crisper ball movement right now. The ball's popping. It's moving side to side, not as stagnant as it was earlier on.
Morgan Skipper takes a three from the right wing, no good, gets her own rebound, drives, but as she drives, they say she stepped on the baseline. You know, clearly Erica McLeod is playing off her man in the paint, and Morgan Skipper has been shooting from the three-point arc, but she came into the game 0 for 3, and I'd like to see her go a little bit more mid-range and get into a little bit more of a shooting rhythm than force the three.
Yeah, her one made earlier on, she actually stepped in about 2 steps inside the line and was able to knock it in. McLeod there with a nice turnaround jumper. Good. She's actually out of Shiloh High School out on my side of town on Snellville. We played their middle school a couple of weeks ago, and they produce a lot of athletes out of Shiloh.
Great looking turnaround there by her. Malia Melton, lefty, takes it left, rolls off the rim. Good take, though. Love to see more of that here throughout the rest of the game. You see Agnes got a little bit winded now. That pressure can wear you down, not just physically. Off, missed by Taylor Brooks. Rebound by Rose Dolmovich. Gets it to Melton, who dishes it to a cutting Morgan Skipper. I tell you what, unselfishness right there by Malia Melton, because she could have laid it up and in, but the wide open layup was her teammate, and she got it to her.
We like to call that going from a good shot to a great shot. She could have had a good shot mid-range and actually went to a great shot and got a layup, and now you get a turnover, and they're off on the break once again.
Carly Henderson with the steal. Rose Dolmovich pushes it up, hits Henderson again. Henderson's going to take it to the glass. And that is, she's going to draw the foul, but the thing that worries me there is she came in with an injured thumb, and she went right down on that right hand.
And she's immediately grabbing it. Now it looks like she's going to go in and go ahead and take the free throw. But that's something to watch, again, with 3 games during the week and already having a group right now that's a little bit nicked up and banged up. Carly Henderson originally we thought was going to be a scratch, decided to give it a go.
Didn't seem affected there. Nice job. Knocks down the first free throw. Toes the line for her second here. Nice. Nothing but net. Knocks them both down. 32-17 lead. 1:48 left in the first half.
And again, they're going to pick up man-to-man defense. Actually, we're going to get a timeout on the floor. It looks like Coach Ritchie going to take a 30-second timeout, and that may help Agnes Scott. They definitely, as you talked about, a little bit winded. The pressure, Roy, you've mentioned this before, and I believe in this, and I know when you coach, you probably dealt with this as well as I have. It's not about the turnovers a lot of times in the first period. It's the mental anguish that you go through. I used to think about Nolan Richardson in 40 minutes of hell. We may not get you in the first 15 minutes, but eventually we're going to wear you down. John Thompson at Georgetown used to do a lot of that, and it's just continuing to make you work to do anything. There's no free spots on the floor, and Oglethorpe's done a good job with that so far.
Yeah, as the women's basketball coach at University of Alabama Huntsville, we called it basketball in the fast lane. We pressed you and trapped you for 40 minutes like you talked about Nolan Richardson's team, and what we talked about was what we called the wear down factor, and that's exactly what you're talking about. You may not get a first quarter turnover or a second quarter turnover, but you're going to get them late in the game. Henley Welsh from that left corner, she has kept it close for them. She cuts it to 12, but that is her third 3 from the left corner.
She's got 9 of their 20 points right now, all on 3-pointers, and she's got a very pure jump shot. I have a feeling you said that's her first game. She's going to get a lot more playing time.
Melton drives left, kicks it out. Hudson for 3, no good. Rebound by Taylor Brooks. That's a tired mistake by Rolls Domovich. You can see she's winded. Came over the back, draws the foul. Taylor Brooks will inbound now for Agnes Scott. Karina Lopez will check in. She's going to check in for Domovich.
Domovich has 2 fouls, so you can see Coach Ritchie going to probably let her sit the last minute and 15.
Karina's first action of the night coming into the ball game here. Welsh again from that left corner, no good. Rebound by Havica. Mia brings it up the floor. Nobody stopping her. She kicks it out, though, to Carly Henderson. Gets it to Karina Lopez. Hudson's going to drive and kick. Carly Henderson from the top of the key buries it and puts Oglethorpe up by 15 here in the closing minute of the first half.
Yeah, no problem with the thumb right there. They are going to call a blocking foul on Carly Henderson. The problem was she went for the reach instead of just sliding the feet.
Yep, just get there, get set, and draw the charge. And as soon as you get off center and reach, you're going to pick that up. Charity Cloud checking in for Carly Henderson, and Morgan Skipper checking in for Malia Melton. Gets the ball to Welsh on the entry. Taylor Brooks is going to take a contested 3. No good. Morgan Skipper with the rebound. She's going to bring it up the floor. Nobody's stopping her. She'll keep pushing. She'll kick it out to Charity Cloud. Cloud reverses it to Havica. Karina Lopez, right baseline. First shot of the ball game. Knocks it down.
Gotta love when people step into a game and have no fear to shoot the ball. Lopez just right in rhythm. Going to give me a mid-range. I'm going to take it and knock it in.
Lindsey Moore for the Scotties, left corner, no good. Rebounded Ivy Portis. The Scotties lose the sense of the clock. Bring it inbounds to Gabby Hudson. We'll see what the Stormy Petrels do here to start the half. A little bit of weave action with the backdoor cut. Gabby Hudson picks up the pass. Now she takes it strong, kicks it out to Malia Melton. Melton reverses it to Emma Perna, takes it strong, pulls up at the free throw line, and it is good. That's a nice start for the Stormy Petrels. They're back into their man defensive pressure. Perna with a nice steal, getting scrappy on the floor and gets tied up, but great defensive pressure by Emma Perna.
Yeah, good job getting to the floor, and a good job by Molina, though, to stick a hand in there and cause a jump ball. Possession arrow going to stay with Agnes Scott. They're now talking about the shot clock, seeing what will happen there. But that man, honestly, the man-to-man pressure has given more problems than the zone, the 2-2-1 or the 1-2-2 that they put in there. They're calling a shot clock violation or a 10-second violation. I'm trying to figure out what the call was.
Yeah, it might have been a 10-second violation because there was no there wasn't any possession by anybody until that jump ball, and they went to the shot clock and the 10-second violation had occurred.
And I see what Coach Ritchie's doing here in the second half, running some weave action up at the top, trying to get the defense to go side to side and finding a driving lane, because it looked like Agnes Scott has dropped back in to a little bit of a 2-3 zone. They get a foul there on Taylor Brooks, impeding the progress there of Gabby Hudson.
Perno inbound to Hudson. Hudson looking to set the floor. Waves off. They're going to get the double screen up top for Domovic. Mia Havica on the take, but gets stripped by Ivy Portis, who rushes it down the floor. Looking inside, nobody's there. Gets it outside to Taylor Brooks. Lindsay Moore now looking inside, getting the Scotty set. That's a really good call because 5'10" Malia Melton was on 5'3" Lindsay Moore, who couldn't see over Melton, so she scooted back, which you're not allowed to do.
Not unless you're
That's
dribbling.
called traveling. Yeah. That's right. Perna to Hudson off that flare screen from Melton. Missed, but Melton with great hustle on the offensive rebound. Gets it to Perna, takes it strong, and Perna's got her second hoop here in the second half. Again, man pressure, Hudson all over Taylor Brooks. Domovic on Molina, who gets it inside to Ella Chance, who banks one in, and the Scotties are on the board in the second half. Domovic now taking it down, stopped by Portis, who gets the ball out to Melton. Hudson's going to take it strong, jets through a gap, but spins one off the glass, no good.
Those are ones that 6 games from now probably go into the basket. Hudson just had a great job driving, put a little too much English on the ball, and it rolled off. Melton diving on the floor there. We're going to get a jump ball on the possession arrow, staying with Agnes Scott.
Sometimes brilliance comes in simplicity, and she had a wide open layup, and she took too much of an angle and decided to spin it in instead of just laying it in. Lindsay Moore is going to throw up a left-hander. They're going to say Melton pushed her. The shot's off the mark, but Moore will get 2 shots.
I think that's the 3rd foul on Malia Melton. So we'll see if Coach Ritchie sticks with her a heck of a lot longer. They're looking down at the scorer's table, trying to get some clarity on that. I have a feeling she may sub out here fairly soon.
Moore makes her first free throw. It is 41-24, Oglethorpe leads. Moore second from the free throw line is good. So she makes them both. They're showing a little bit of full court pressure. Emma Perna going against Molina. Gabby Hudson is going to bring it across the half-court line. She flipped a one-hand pass to Melton, but it was a loose ball. And a good, strong take by Rolls Domovic along the baseline. She gets fouled by Taylor Brooks, and Domovic will go to the free throw line.
A couple of subs coming in, actually 3 of them. It's going to be Charity Cloud checking into the game. Also, number 22, Carly Henderson coming in, and Morgan Skipper going to check in as well.
Domovic now toeing the Charity stripe. There's something about coaching freshmen. They sometimes try to get a little cute. They sometimes try to get a little too fancy. And it's just, you know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Doing the simple things and doing it well will get you a lot farther. Domovic misses the first but knocks down the second. Man pressure again by the Stormy Petrels. Carly Henderson on Andrea Molina. The ball pushed ahead to Portis. Good defensive man-to-man from the Stormy Petrels. High post feed to Ella Chance, who's looking to cutters. Molina now, good defense. Moore's going to toss up a three-pointer. No good. Ella Chance with the rebound. Kicks it back out. They're going to get a call on the floor. They're actually going to give her like ABA continuation on that. Are they?
No, they're going to call it side
out. Okay, good. Wowza. Kayla Jones with that good strong take. Defensively didn't move their feet. Charity Cloud is going to foul Lindsay Moore.
That's a really good inbound pass by Andrea Molina. Bounce pass on the go, you know, getting it right to Lindsay Moore, who tried to go up with the left hand. Could not get the ball to drop, but she will get rewarded with 2 free throws. Right now, 6:50 to go in the third period. Stormy Petrels 42-24. They have an 18-point advantage.
Lindsay Moore, a sophomore out of Stevens County High School up in Toccoa, Georgia. She's off the mark on that first free throw. 18-point lead for Oglethorpe. 6:50 left in the third quarter. Moore's second free throw is good. Morgan Skipper now gets it into Perna. Perna pushes it up to Carly Henderson, who goes to Dolmovich. That's always a scary pass when a player is straddling the half-court arc and they pass to somebody at the half-court line.
Who hasn't established himself all the way in the front court yet.
Everybody's figuring out, okay, who did what there. Henderson reverses it. Perna with a good strong take on Moore. Off the glass and in. Emma Perna really strong here in this second half.
Now that's one where you had to use some English to get it up there, and Perna did just that, and now comes from behind and steals one, and unfortunately it looks like she banged knees and is immediately running to the side. It looked like she got kneed right in the thigh going for the steal. To check on that, Coach Ritchie, I think they're going to put Gabby Hudson in. Amalia Melton going to check in, but Emma Perna definitely hurt and hobbling coming here to the sideline. We hope that she's okay. The last thing we can afford right now is any other injured women.
Emma Perna personifies this scrappy defender. Morgan Skipper says not in here, but the rebound goes out to the Scotties. Kayla Jones got it, missed, and they're going to call Ella Chance on the foul on the attempted offensive rebound, and Reggie Blackman really quick to get her out of the ball game. I think that's her third or fourth. Hayla Spence checking in really quickly, and now Oglethorpe bringing it up against Agnes Scott's 2-2-1 zone.
That's her third foul. Mentioned want to keep her in for as much of the fourth period as you can.
And that time, good strong take by Morgan Skipper. Hayla Spence playing the Matador defense, not really moving her feet, and hacks Skipper. So that ball is going to be inbound under. Hudson will trigger the inbound play. Looking for Melton. Melton will pop out to the outside.
Kind of got that one stuck on her hip, and they're going to call her for double dribble. Couldn't get the clean dribble as she was sort of in between. Do I pass, do I dribble? And it rolled off the hip, and it'll be a turnover for the Stormy Petrels.
Lindsay Moore inbounds to Andrea Molina, who's going to bring it up. Charity Cloud leaves her man, but Gabby Hudson comes up with the individual steal. Dishes beautifully to Charity Cloud. She misses. Rebound by Malia Melton. Back to Gabby Hudson, who goes to Melton. Melton, a good, strong take. Weaving between defenders. Misses the layup. Rebound Charity Cloud, but lost control of the handle. And now Agnes Scott has two players bang into each other, and the ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Oglethorpe ball again.
Yeah, a couple of good drives there. Charity Cloud and Malia Melton getting all the way to the rim. Rim unkind, but no harm, no foul. As you mentioned, Agnes Scott had a dribble off each other scenario and a turnover back to the Stormy Petrels.
Charity Cloud on the take, kicks it out to Carly Henderson. Gabby Hudson is going to drive into the paint. Her runner is good. She gets fouled and will go to the free throw line to try to convert the three-point play.
And you got to love to see that. Gabby has continued to drive the ball to the basket. We've mentioned a couple of them have just rolled out and have not stayed in, but for Gabby, that's now point number 6. Chance to go to the free throw line and make it 7. As a matter of fact, that was point number 7. I apologize. 4 players tied with 7 points right now. Domovich, Melton, Perna, and now Gabby Hudson. Make it 8.
Moore gets it ahead. This is Kayla Jones. She gets it inside to Erica McLeod, who goes back out to Jones on the wing. Three-pointer's no good. She's going to get the ball to the high post. Hayla Spence is no good. Rebound by Morgan Skipper, and Gabby Hudson pushing it up quick. All the way to the rack. No good. Charity Cloud with the rebound. No good on the putback. Erica McLeod with the rebound, and here come the Scotties.
8 rebounds on the game for McLeod. She does a good job using her size to her advantage, just going up and cleaning up the glass.
Lindsay Moore looking for the cutter. Hits Henley Welsh. Looked like it might have been a walk. Welsh will back dribble into a 17-footer from the baseline. No good. Gabby Hudson with the rebound again. She'll push it up. She pulls up from 13. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Kayla Jones. Kayla Jones is going to push it up the floor. She's going to take it a little bit of contact from Carly Henderson. Gets the rebound. Henderson gets it out to Skipper. And the Stormy Petrels taking it again to the glass. Again misses. McLeod with the rebound. Now Henley Welsh will bring it up the floor.
Pace is definitely breakneck up and down the floor, and you can see both groups a little bit tired right now.
Well, what you're seeing right now is a sequence of play where Oglethorpe has 4 freshmen on the floor, and Agnes Scott has 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores on the floor, and then both teams have 1 junior on the floor. And what you're seeing is a lot of young players that are a little bit tired. Neither team, because of exams, have played in like a week. They probably had 1-hour practices, so your conditioning has fallen off a little bit. You haven't been used to being in the flow of the game, and so it has gotten really sloppy over these last 2 or 3 minutes. Good time out there to kind of settle your teams down, get everybody back under control again, and see how we come out here in the last 3.5 minutes of the third quarter. Oglethorpe up again, like we said, 47-25. You talked about all the scores, the equal distribution of points, which you do love to see. One of the things as a coach, you look at how many double-figure scores do we have in a game. You want to try to get 3 to 5.
Right. One thing I also like to look at is the distribution of points throughout quarters. After giving up 13 in the first period, Oglethorpe has held Agnes Scott 7 in the second and just 5 so far here in the third period. 3:33 to go. 47-25. The Stormy Petrels have the lead. It's been a tough go of it right now, but you see the distribution of minutes. A bunch of young ladies for the Stormy Petrels. Looks like 9-10 women have played so far, and all except Karina Lopez have played double-digit minutes.
Once again, Emma Perna with an incredible defensive play. She dishes it off to Rose Dolmovich, who gets fouled. Emma Perna, I tell you, she is just a scrappy defender. You do not want to have her defend you because she's going to make you work. She's going to make you keep your head up on the dribble, protect the basketball, and she's still going to steal it from you. Dolmovich knocks down the first one. Dolmovich came into the game 8 of 10 from the free throw line. She's now 3 of 4 for the game. 11 of 14 for the season. Welsh bringing it up. Again, Perna on her. They're going to run a double team. Karina Lopez is there to defend. Kayla Jones takes the hole, and they're going to call Karina Lopez for the foul.
Good job there by Jones, using the basket really as a shield to go up and under and then turn around and able to draw a foul. That's tough as a defender. You're chasing. You don't know if somebody's going to dribble all the way out, and Jones doing a good job getting the shot up.
Jones knocks down the first. So Oglethorpe with Karina Lopez, Rose Dolmovich, Charity Cloud, Mia Havica, and Anna Perna on the floor. Lopez with the rebound. She's going to outlet to Havica. Havica will get it to Perna to set the offense. Going to that 5-out look, cutting Charity.
Agnes Scott's dropped into a 2-3 zone for the first time in a while. Now it looks like mid defense they've switched it up to man-to-man. Nope, they're back in a 2-3 zone.
Rose Domovich, who had 2 trays in the first half. Perna again with a defensive steal. Gets it to Lopez, who skips it to Cloud. Cloud's going to take it strong. The runner is up and in. They break the half-century mark, go up 51-26. Emma Perna has really been the catalyst for this run. Again, another steal by Perna to Charity Cloud, who takes it in for the layup. It's good.
Cloud doing a great job. She came over for the trap, was able to let Perna be the lead defender, then came in for the trap, and then was rewarded on the fast break getting the lay-in.
Reggie Blackman has got to take a timeout. He had to take 2 timeouts early, so he only had 2 left. Now he uses one of those, but he just had to. Emma Perna has been unbelievable. She has now 6 steals. She had 4 at that last timeout. Just picked up 2 quick ones.
Yeah, they actually have her down for 7 now. Yeah, Rose Domovich has 3. Mia Havica with 3 assists. They only have Emma Perna down for 2 so far, but she's done a really good job with all of that. Here's what's the interesting part when you go to the team stats. All of a sudden, Agnes Scott, who was red hot earlier on, the 3 threes they hit early on, that's the only threes they have. They're 3 of 14 from downtown. They're now just 9 of 36 from the floor, shooting 25%. Oglethorpe up to 39.6%, which is a far cry from where they were in the first period when it was down in the 20s. So a much better job turning your defense into offense. They've done exactly that. Out-rebounded have been the Stormy Petrels, 30-27, but they've had 27 minutes and 6 seconds of lead time, which is the entire game. They have never trailed in this basketball game.
Emma Perna, we said 7 steals. That is a new career high. She came in with a career high of 5 steals, so congratulations to Emma. Wouldn't be surprised to see her maybe get a double on the steals, see if we can get her a double-double for tonight with 10 steals too. Perna reverses to Havica, puts it on the floor. Baseline runners, no good. Rebound. They have gone big with both of their posts, Erica McLeod and Sydney Evans on the floor. Got that double high post. McLeod's pass. Welsh made the cut. That looked a little bit like Welsh, who's only played, this is her first game with the team. Doesn't quite know the play on that one.
Couple of substitutions coming in. Gabby Hudson coming in. Morgan Skipper back in for Delmovich and for Emma Perna. And Emma Perna getting a lot of high fives as she walks down that bench, just playing with. It's what you need. When you need a lead guard every now and then to take that and really take control of the game. It may not always be on the offensive end. I try to tell my kids this. You know, everybody wants to shoot these days. Sometimes defense will get you on the floor before anything else.
That 2-3 zone from the Scotties right now. They've got Stormy Petrels have Gabby Hudson in the high post. You see her right there. They're going to kick out to Charity Cloud. Her 3 is no good. Welsh with the outlet brings it up, waving her teammates down the floor. Skipper with good defense on McLeod. McLeod's dead. She dribbled, took 1 dribble when she caught the ball. And Lindsay Moore's reverse pass out of bounds. Another turnover. That is going to be the 25th turnover for the Scotties.
Yeah, and again, the pressure defense is just beginning to wear down the Scotties. They're not getting into their offense the way they want to. And what a move there by Morgan Skipper using her speed. Unfortunately, it goes up and under. And they're going to call a jump ball on that. And the possession arrow going to stay with Oglethorpe.
Hudson will inbound under. Havica with the out cut. They're going to inbound to Charity Cloud. Cloud looking inside to Hudson.
Oh, nice backdoor.
Yeah, Cloud with the has a layup roll off the rim. That was a great backdoor cut and a great pass from Hudson. Now the Scotties push it down, get it to Sydney Evans, who hits a cutting Lindsay Moore. And it is 53-28 Oglethorpe.
Shot clock and game clock almost identical, so they can take down, the Stormy Petrels this third period right to the end.
Cloud reverses Hudson to Lopez to the right corner. Havica goes back up top. Hudson's going to put it on the floor, get the runner in the paint, and it is good. Clock winding down. Oglethorpe up 55-28. And that was Hayla Spence. A travel, yeah, she stepped inbounds on that entry. And so Oglethorpe, with 2.9 seconds on the clock, has one more chance to score. The inbound to Morgan Skipper, and she tries to go up over the 6'4" Sydney Evans, who blocks it. So Oglethorpe can't convert on that last second opportunity. So at the end of 3, it's the Oglethorpe Stormy Petrels 55 and the Agnes Scott College Scotties 28.
Take a look at some of the leaders right now. Points right now for Oglethorpe. Rose Domovich with 10, Charity Cloud with 10, Gabby Hudson with 10, Malia Melton with 6 over for Agnes Scott. Henley Welch with her 3 threes. She leads the way with 9. Lindsay Moore with 7. Ella Chance with 4. On the assist side, Mia Havica leading the way with 3 steals. We've talked about Emma Perna. She's got 7 so far on the game. Your blocks, Morgan Skipper with 1. Sydney Evans just had the block right there. And on the glass, Erica McLeod leading the way for the Scotties. She's got 10. Gabby Hudson, Malia Melton, and Morgan Skipper all with 4 rebounds so far. Game has really been a battle of Oglethorpe really with some domination. They have led the entire game. They've led 97.7% of the time, 29 minutes and 18 seconds. So about 42 seconds of game action right at the beginning when the game was tied. That is it. Their largest lead right now, 55-28, so a 27-point lead, the biggest lead of the game.
The Scotties inbound. Lindsay Moore looking to get the ball in the high post to Ella Chance. Chance defended well by Rose Domovich. Little bit of switch. They like to switch in their man-to-man. This time Welsh is going to take a 3, but there's a whistle underneath. They got Sydney Evans with a push down low as Welsh's 3 was off the mark anyway.
They're going to stay in the 2-3 zone right now, and it's Perna, and it looks like Gabby Hudson in the backcourt. Havica out on the wing along with Delmovich, and then you're going to have Malia Melton kind of running that foul line extended.
Skip pass from Havica is intercepted. Nice steal by Hayla Spence. Lindsay Moore up top again, hitting the cutting Henley Welsh, but it goes off her hands out of bounds. Again, closely defended by Emma Perna. And with 9:14 left, Oglethorpe gets the ball back at 55-28 lead.
Yeah, and these are building moments for Coach Ritchie. You know, you've got a big lead, but you want to continue to play crisp, continue to play defense, and I think that's why he's got a bunch of his starters still out there getting some meaningful minutes.
Dolmovich's 3 from the left corner is no good. Rebound by Spence. Spence gets it back from Moore there, and Ella Chance's fadeaway is no good. Rebounded by Emma Perna, who pushes it up the floor. One way to beat a zone is to beat it in transition. Emma Perna grimaced a little bit. She knew she might have been 1 second late in trying to get something in transition. Dolmovich skips to Havica, back to Dolmovich for 3, and it is good.
Havica gets the hockey assist on that one with the pass that led to the pass for the wide open 3.
Well, Dolmovich came into the game 8 of 13, a 61.5% percentage from outside the arc. So she has been the hottest hand outside for Oglethorpe, and tonight she is now 3 of 6. So to go 3 of 6 outside the arc and drop your shooting percentage means you came in here firecracker hot, man.
Yeah, you were red hot on the game. One of the big things, and you've talked about turnovers, 29 right now for Agnes Scott, only 11 for Oglethorpe. Taking care of the basketball is the best way to win games. Looks like we have a timeout on the floor. 8:14 to go in our final period, 58-28, your Stormy Petrels with the lead. I'll give you a couple of the team stats that we've talked about right now. 31 minutes of lead time, 68% from the foul line, only 26.5% from downtown, 5 of 19, but 21 of 56, shooting percentage up to 37.5%. And how many layups have probably spinned out of there that could have had this well over 50%? I think Oglethorpe's done a good job getting to where they need to on the floor and taking really quality shots for the majority of this game.
Well, and again, a game like this is where you're going to have those opportunities, and when you can't convert, it'll help you in the next game when you have those opportunities. So we've talked about, these kind of games are really, really important. Can you stay focused? Can you do the things you need to do? So, hey, fans, are you on social media? So are the Stormy Petrels. Be sure to like and follow Oglethorpe Athletics with the handle @GoPetrels on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
Roy, I know you're big on TikTok.
Huge. Moore's inbound up top to Ella Chance, out of Moore's hands. That's kind of the wear down factor right there, that mental fatigue.
I tried TikTok for about 2 weeks, and I realized I am too old. My daughters tried to make me do dance videos, which I'm not really into. I don't think I do anything interesting enough that anybody wants to watch. So I just left it alone.
I'm just not on TikTok. All right, Melton up top, reverses Perna. They're looking inside at the elbow as Domovich. Melton kicks it back out to Carly Henderson. She's off the mark from outside the arc. Rebounded by Hayla Spence. She brings it up the floor. Gabby Hudson on her. Ella Chance up top with the ball. Looked like Welsh, a little bit of a cha-cha-cha. No call. She is going to get called for a foul there. A little bit of frustration. The way Welsh has got a full leg sleeve on that knee, and we said this is her first game. I have a suspicion she just got cleared from maybe a knee injury because she doesn't seem to have a good foundation under her when she's trying to penetrate. Little, not necessarily limping, but you can just see it might be a little bit off.
Yeah, Molina also with a fairly big leg wrap on her right knee. And again, that wear and tear of practicing every day in basketball just can get to you where you get those little nicks and bruises.
Melton with a great take against the 6'4 Evans. Evans apparently blocked it off of Melton. Didn't see that, but it's going to go back to the Scotties with just under 7.5 minutes left.
And that's one thing Evans can do with that length and some really long arms, just be a deterrent at the rim.
The Scotties break the pressure, but then Karina Lopez with the deflection goes back out to the Scotties who miss a three. That was Kayla Jones, no good. And then offensive rebound and a putback by Andrea Molina. Gabby Hudson bringing it up the floor, 58-30, 7 minutes left in this ball game. Hudson will dribble entry and then reverse to Melton. Lopez will get it to Henderson, who gets it to Domovich. Melton now with a good strong take. Off the mark, no good. Recovered initially by Henderson, but as she tries to throw it back inbounds, it's stolen by Andrea Molina and the Scotties. Taylor Brooks drives, misses, kicks it back out to Hayla Spence. No good from three. Karina Lopez with the rebound. Great pass up ahead to Carly Henderson, who lays in the left-hand layup. Coach Ritchie really quick to yell out a compliment to Karina Lopez, who kept her eyes up the floor and hit a streaking Henderson for an easy two.
Yeah, one of the things you love to teach your players, always have your head up, always look for an outlet pass, and you got the rebounder able to get out and run. They're going to call a foul underneath on Malia. Melton looks like trying to run through a screen. I believe that's her fourth foul of the evening, and it looks like we're going to get a hockey line change anyway, as we've got three young ladies coming back in. Havica, Charity Cloud, and Morgan Skipper all checking back in the game. Gabby Hudson and Karina Lopez going to stay on the floor.
Karina Lopez getting some action here, and they're like, okay, you take the 6'4 player. Inbound entry, they lost, the Stormy Petrels lost track of Kayla Evans, who had a wide open layup. She missed, but it's knocked back out of bounds off of Oglethorpe. Taylor Brooks will start the play, but she throws it right to Charity Cloud, who's going to take it down the floor one-on-one. She dishes off to a streaking Gabby Hudson, but before Hudson can get a shot off, they're going to call Andrea Molina with the foul on the floor.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an intentional foul, but it was a really well done one because they were going to give up a layup, and Molina took the foul little surprised the official would call that one with the fast break the way that it was.
Charity Cloud on the inbound play. Off the mark, rebounded again by Andrea Molina. Defended aggressively by Gabby Hudson, who's working her. And now Hudson gets the steal. She's going to go down. She is going to lay it up and in. They have doubled the Scotties, 62-30 here. 5.5 minutes left. Kayla Jones in the paint. Looked like it was a double dribble. It is going to be called a double dribble. It'll be another turnover for the Scotties.
And Jones had done a good job there, really using the defender against her, and was going to go up for a layup, and it looked like almost the hand got caught and ends up with a double dribble.
Charity Cloud now running the point. Dribble entry. Have Havika cutting through and under to the corner, allowed the defense to shift. They didn't reverse it quick enough. Lopez is going to get called for a travel there, trying to put it on the deck.
I really like the game I've seen so far out of Charity Cloud, coming off the bench, really, reinvigorating the offense, playing some solid defense, keeping the ball moving. She's somebody that's going to earn some playing time as they continue on. And Gabby Hudson coming again from the weak side with the steal and going to have another layup coast to coast.
Yeah, going back to Charity Cloud, when injuries hit and illnesses hit, it's an opportunity. Next man up. Are you going to do something with it? And to your point, she has done a lot with the time that she's been given. Karina Lopez with the steal, gets it up ahead to Charity Cloud again. Left-hand layup is in. Unfortunately, Reggie Blackman does not have a timeout left, so Agnes Scott cannot take a timeout at this point.
That's 11 points now for Charity Cloud.
Andrea Molina is going to lob up to Sydney Evans, but it's off of Evans' hands. Evans is 6'4", a little bit thin, a little bit weak. Right now, young player, couldn't grab that one and corral that pass. Carly Henderson checked back in the game for Gabby Hudson. Charity Cloud running the point and throws it away. Steal by Kayla Jones. Kayla Jones stops suddenly but misses the layup. They are going to call the foul. Kayla Jones showing a little bit of frustration there. She's missed a wide open layup, and that time a driving layup. Foul was on the floor as Carly Henderson was trying to tie up the jump ball.
4:14 to go in this one. 66-30, biggest lead of the game for the Stormy Petrels.
Evans with a nice pass across the paint to Taylor Brooks, and Charity Cloud unfortunately lost control and banged into Brooks. Another foul on Oglethorpe. That's 4 team fouls now with a little over 4 minutes, 4:10 left. 66-30 Oglethorpe. The Scotties will inbound. Taylor Brooks under. Looking inside for Evans and cutting. Hayla Spence lays it off the glass, and it is good. Charity Cloud will get back into Skipper, and Cloud will bring it right back up the floor. Cloud to Henderson, who goes inside to Skipper. Ball's loose on the floor. Skipper lost the handle, tied up for the jump ball, but it is going to be Oglethorpe ball inbound under.
And again, these are coachable moments. You don't want the last 3:52 to get a little bit ragged. You don't want to force shots, and you don't want to give up easy shots on the defensive side.
Mia Havika just off the mark. I'd love to see her get about 3 or 4 more shots from outside the arc, see if we can get her going. She goes inside to Skipper. Skipper, great athleticism, puts it one bounce, lays it in over the 6'4" Evans. It's off the mark, but she is going to get called for a foul. Sydney Evans picking up the foul there, and now Morgan Skipper goes to the free throw line. Skipper's first attempt is no good.
Skipper's had a nice game off the bench so far for the Stormy Petrels. Couple of baskets, couple of free throws made. Grabbing a couple of rebounds as well. She's got 4 of them.
Henderson missed the steal on that entry. Hayla Spence going inside to Sydney Evans. For Reggie Blackman, this is also an opportunity to get his players going, and right now they're looking to get the ball inside to the 6'4" Sydney Evans. Right there, nice touch, great catch, great finish. Henderson gets it to Lopez on the right baseline. She's going to look to the middle. Morgan Skipper going to get called for the travel. You got to put that ball down before you move your pivot foot. It's a travel and a turnover, 67-34. Stormy Petrel's up with 3 minutes left in this ball game.
Favorite athlete for Morgan Skipper, LeBron James. Her favorite team, the LA Lakers.
Once again, this time it's Andrea Molina going inside. They literally had 3 guards defending Sydney Evans, who had her hands up probably at about 8.5, 9 feet off the floor. She caught it and got fouled when she turned to try to take the turnaround. So now Sydney Evans from the free throw line. First one is up and off the iron but falls through.
You talk about Skipper. We were talking about her three-pointers. Well, one of her accomplishments, she was tied for first in the state for three-point field goals made per game. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, three-point shot is something that she absolutely likes.
My bad, Morgan.
Mia Havica with the ball.
Let's get a couple shots for Mia. Get her going here. Cloud reverses to her. She is going to pull from 3. Oh, off the rim. Rebound by Taylor Brooks.
Havica, 5'9" freshman. How about this major? Biopsychology. Biopsychology.
Oglethorpe has scholar athletes, man. Oh, gotta call that foul, Miss Official. Andrea Molina raking Mia Havica. No call, but they do get the ball, so Oglethorpe will have it, bringing it up the floor with a short shot clock. They need to adjust that. There we go, 27 seconds. 2:23 left in the ball game. Oglethorpe up 67-35. Charity Cloud brings it up. Looking inside, gets it to Morgan Skipper. Andrea Molina steals the ball away, but then Mia Havica right away with her own steal gets it to Charity Cloud. Cloud now brings it up, gets it back to Havica. Back to Cloud up top against this 2-3 zone. They've got Karina Lopez in the high post. She's going to kick it out to Havica, who just again is off the mark. I love that we're getting her some looks. Alex Ritchie thinking the same way I am. Let's get her going here.
And nothing wrong with that. In the flow of the offense, she didn't force it. Wide open 3. Ball just did not go down. Let's give you a little Carly Henderson. If I gave you one guess who her favorite player in the NBA may be.
I don't know.
It would be Steph Curry. Favorite class, calculus. I think that's the first time I've ever heard somebody say their favorite
Steph
class.
Curry and calculus combo.
Yeah. And her favorite team is the Atlanta Hawks. Nothing wrong with that.
How can you be a Hawks fan? Well, I mean, I love Steph Curry too. But, man, if you're a Hawks fan and you're a three-point shooter, you got to love Trae Young.
Although Trae has struggled, shooting about 25% over the last 7 games, not shooting the ball particularly well. Second free throw up and in, 67-36, a minute 46 to play is Oglethorpe with the lead.
Skipper gets it to Havica, who gets her pass stolen by Taylor Brooks, who lays it up and in. They get the steal. I think they're trying to get to 40. Andrea Molina almost with the steal. They are going to get Hayla Spence on the foul call. Mia Havica has been hammered, and there hasn't been getting any calls, but she got one there. She'll go to the free throw line.
Agnes Scott averaging 41.7 points a game, so they're trying to get to their average. They've actually done a decent job defensively. They were giving up 87.1 points a game coming in, only giving up 67 so far. Havica, unfortunately, first free throw up and off the back iron.
Havica, 5'9" freshman out of Kennesaw, misses both of those. I think she has the potential to be a great shooter. She's got to handle adversity a little bit better. I'd like to see her just continue to have that eye of the tiger and not get despondent about misses. You're going to miss if you're a shooter. Spence gets it to Evans. Evans misses from 5. Rebound by Skipper. Getting a little bit sloppy here. Skipper just kind of throwing it into a group of people. It's going to be a jump ball. Tied up. Karina Lopez got tied up. But that's that sloppiness with the freshman out on the floor. Look to get a solid outlet pass. Look to taking up the floor.
Yeah, I was looking to see if Coach Ritchie was going to put some others in, but I forget a lot of the team is injured, so some of the people that might be coming in are not coming on. I believe everyone that's dressed has got into the action so far tonight.
Pretty sure they have. Well, initially the officials said it was Oglethorpe ball. Now the table has corrected them and said, no, it is Agnes Scott ball. So Agnes Scott inbounds. Taylor Brooks with it. She's going to go to Sydney Evans. They're going to look for cutters. Brooks is going to come back up top for the handoff. A little bit of 2-3 zone by Oglethorpe. And Hayla Spence buries a 3, and they're at 41 points at this point. You said their average is 41.7. They're going to have one more possession to score over their average. Karina Lopez, I tell you, very nice, comfortable stroke from the freshman from Sugar Hill. Knocks that baseline jumper down. Kayla Jones looking back inside. Karina Lopez with the steal. Doesn't look like, well, we'll have to see. Looks like Agnes Scott may get one more possession. Andrea Molina with the ball. Poke steal by Havica, no good. Taylor Brooks with it. Coach Blackman saying, settle it down. Let's get a last shot.
They'll try to run some offense, get one last solid shot here. Stormy Petros, though, going to end a 4-game losing streak, which is huge for them. I actually think Coach Blackman said, just go ahead and dribble this one out. We're going to let this game go, and it's going to be a 28-point Stormy Petro win, 69-41.